All right, now what we're going to do is create our petals for our sunflowers. So to start this, we're going to want to make a magic ring. And this one also will be working in the round. So we want to single crochet 6 times into the ring. All right. Then we're going to pull the tail of our magic ring to close. And then, so that is round 1. And then what we're going to do is into that first stitch, we're going to single crochet into it and into the next 5 stitches. 2, 3, 4. And there we have round 2. For round 3, what we're going to do is single crochet 2 times into the next stitch. And then we're going to single crochet into the next 2 stitches. And then into our next stitch, we're going to put 2 single crochets. And then we're going to single crochet into our next 2 stitches. All right, and there is round 3. And now what we want to do is single crochet into the next 8 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's round 4. For round 5, what we're going to do is single crochet 2 times into our next stitch. And then we're going to single crochet 1 time into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and then single crochet 2 times into our next stitch. And then single crochet into our next 3 stitches. That is round 5. For round 6, what we want to do is single crochet into the next 10 stitches. And that's round 6. For round 7, what we're going to want to do is put 2 single crochets into the next stitch. And then we want to single crochet into the next 4 stitches. And then we want to single crochet 2 times into our next stitch. And then single crochet into our next 4 stitches. And there's round 7. For round 8, we're going to now single crochet, decrease, and then single crochet into our next 4 stitches. And then single crochet, decrease, and single crochet into our next 4 stitches. And then that is round 8. So now for round 9, we're going to single crochet, decrease, and then single crochet into our next 3 stitches. And then single crochet, decrease, and then single crochet into your next 3 stitches. And then we're just going to tie off, leave our tails slightly long so we can easily weave those in to attach to the body of our sunflower. So here is one of the petals. All right, so now that we have our little petals made, what we're going to do is attach them to the body of our sunflower. So we go ahead and thread our yarn into our darning needle. All right, and then what I like to do is fold them flat. So you'll have 4 stitches. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're going to be essentially sewed together. And what we're going to do is rows 8 and 9, where we single crocheted 42 stitches into, we're going to sew right into there, those 2 rows. And so we're going to match up basically just stitch to stitch and come through your first 2 on either side. And we're going to go down 4 stitches. So we got 1, then into our next here. Next stitch, 3rd stitch into the body of our sunflower, 3rd stitches, going across onto the petal, and then our 4th, and then we're just going to weave in that end. All right, so we have 1 petal is sewn on. Now take our next petal, weave the tail from the petal into our darning needle. Now we're going to continue on, but for this one, what we're going to do is into 1 stitch in front. So here was our 4th stitch. Want to go into the stitch in front here, and just like the last one, so we're overlapping each petal by 1 stitch. And we're working the 2 rows. And just sewing together the 2 sides of the petals. And then weave in an extra little one down there just to be sure it is fully secure. Now you might weave in your ends a little bit better than what I'm doing. I'm just doing this for instruction purposes. And then your next petal, we're going to take and make sure it's folded in half, so you're 4 and 4. And this one's going to start, it might be a little easier to flip it around into, here's our 4th stitch, so here's the stitch for that one. And we are going to go through into there. So depending on how you're looking at it, you're switching between row 8 and 9, just back and forth, going around with all of your petals. And just let you see, we're going back and forth. So behind, overlay by 1 stitch, in front, behind, overlay by 1 stitch. And we're just going to repeat this going all the way around with all of your petals. All right, and I'll meet you back as soon as I get them all put on. You might want to pause the video. All right, so we have all of our petals sewn on to our sunflower. So what we just do Just come through and snip off all of your weaved in ends. And I know some people actually like to use, I actually did it with my flower pot tutorial. I use the ends from these as stuffing for later on, so you might want to save some of them if you do a lot of the amigurumi. So you can use those to just stuff inside of everything if you need any. There we are. We have our amigurumi sunflower. Now, because of making sure I have detailed and everything enough for you, I did not do it with this one, but another completely awesome way to do this is actually use the Bernard baby blanket, or not baby blanket, Bernard blanket yarns. Use the brown for the center, and then they have these awesome blanket brights. And then you just readjust your hook size. I usually use a 5.5 millimeter if I'm using blanket yarns, and then create this in that. Then you can actually have a sunflower pillow. So just keep that one in mind also. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a little thumbs up like. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button and you can catch up on all my new patterns whenever they get uploaded. Thank you so much. And if you're missing any other parts of the video, I'll make sure to have all the links posted in the description for the video. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.